right, good morning. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay. All right, so with the theme of camp this year about denying yourself and picking up your cross daily and following the Lord, there's a lot of things. The world is really draining, and so there's a lot of times that we have to be prepared for anything that is going to be thrown at us throughout the day. And there's definitely a routine that I go through. Just in the morning, I have to put on the whole armor of God before my feet even touch the ground, because I know that without the Lord, my day is going to be a mess. And so like I said, I have to be prepared. And there was, for me, one big event where I definitely had to be prepared. And it's great when we're at camp and we're surrounded by all these people that are doing life with Christ. But then we leave camp and we go home, and maybe our friends aren't supportive of our walk, or our family isn't, and we're not surrounded by that. And so it's tough. It's hard to hold on to that and to make sure that we keep clinging to the Lord in every situation. And so for me, I had a couple friends that were we had a very Christ-centered friendship, and we held each other accountable for things, and we were really close. And so I know you guys have some friends like that probably come to mind, where you have a great friendship with them. And so a couple of friends were doing something that they knew was wrong, and I knew was wrong. And us holding each other accountable, I went and confronted them lovingly, because I want what's best for my friends. And so I talked to them, and they, even though they knew it was wrong, they went through with what they were doing. And so I had to choose if I was going to go with them and stick with what they were doing, or if I was going to deny my want for that earthly friendship, or if I was going to, deny that and cling to the Lord. And God really laid it on my heart that sometimes we're going to be distanced from people that are not beneficial in our walk with Christ. Even though it's really hard, especially when you're face to face with somebody, to say that I'm sorry, but even though you're one of my best friends and I'm really close to you, I'm going to choose not to go with you. I'm going to deny my want for that, and I'm going to choose the Lord, because I know that this is wrong. And that's really, really difficult, you guys, and I'm sure a lot of you know that, because it's easy to just go along with whatever your friends are doing, whether you know it's wrong or not. And so that I had to deny my want to go along with them, because I wanted to keep that strong friendship, because it was really valuable to me. But like PR said yesterday, there's no greater friend to us than Jesus. And I know that the Lord is going to be with me even closer than those friends can be for me. And so even though it's difficult to choose to go with the Lord, and you're probably gonna face some grief for it from your friends, thinking that just not going along with them, because I'm sure everybody wants us to go along with what they're doing, and I hope that makes sense, you guys. But so even though you're going to face some grief for it from people, we know that it's more valuable with our walk with Christ, and even with others, because that decision, my decision to not follow them, could speak to my friends and let them know that, hey, just because somebody says we're going to do this, you don't have to go along with it. And so just something to really carry with all of us, as we go out into the world, we're not surrounded by everybody that supports our relationship with Christ. We still have to hang on to that, because not only is it going to be beneficial for our walk, but for others as well, because they can see your decision, and whether or not you know that it's speaking to their heart, it might be, because the Lord's going to use you in people's lives, and you just have to be an example to people. And something that I walk with daily is to be in constant search of opportunities to share Jesus Christ with others. And so I think that's definitely a way. Your friends are some of the closest people to us, and so the more that we can live our lives as a way to speak to them, that Jesus can use us to speak to their hearts. And so I just want to challenge you guys to, stand up. You don't have to go along with everything that your friends are doing. If you know something's wrong, you can stand up and say, I'm going to go with Jesus. I'm going to deny that want and go along with what I know is right. So, thank you.